Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mike with Common Guy Sports, here to bring you the 2025 Madison Area Y Ice Cube Invitational. We are just about to get started. It is 5:31 here, real time at Madison YMCA. Just to kind of give you that, there we go. Slated to start at 5:40. Just getting set up here, a couple other odds and ends. But just real quick, give you an idea, we have two events. There's four officially, but we're combining boys and girls. So event 1 and 2 is going to be the 1,000. Event 3 and 4 is going to be the 1,650. On that 1,650, the mile, we have two heats. And I don't have estimated start times on here, so I can't share that with you. But we're starting with the 1,000, and these are going to be seated fastest to slowest. Well, it's going to be a mix. Wait a second. All right, I just got my heat sheets. I'm trying to make heads and tails. No, I think what we're doing girls, boys, girls, boys, girls, boys. And then 5 and 6, if you're looking at me. So they're pushing everything to Meet Mobile. And it's free, so you don't need the subscription. So again, event 1 and 2 are then to run girls, then boys. So the names you see up on the scoreboard are the girls for the first race. So that'll be event 1, heat 1. And then we'll have a boys heat after that, so heat 2. So the chat is open. If somebody's out there and you're looking at Meet Mobile, if you could let everybody else know by posting something in the chat saying that you see the information in Meet Mobile. I have one other thing I need to do before we get started. We have a few minutes. It is 5:33. I assume we're going on at 5:40. Camera 2. No, I don't want 2. All right. So let's go, here we go. Camera 2 behind the blocks. Let me get the names going, and then we'll be ready to roll here. So again, this is just a pretty short session. It's our Friday distance session. We are back tomorrow and Sunday with additional races. Those will be broken out into the age groups. All right, again, we have lane 1, top of your screen, lane 8 towards the bottom, closest to us in this view. Let's see how this looks. All right, not too bad. I got it. All right, give me a second on those logos. Logo lane 8. And 7. All right. All right, so some of the logos a little hard to read. I'm trying to keep playing with that. I had some changes to them. All right, we're getting an announcement. We might be going early. All the swimmers are behind the blocks already. Let's real quick, we'll pan down. Lane 1 again, top of the screen. Sets. All right, and then lane 8 towards the bottom. All right, and here's their lane assignments. All right, looks like we're going 1,000 free, 40 lengths of the pool. It's a 25-yard pool, only touch pads on the right-hand side. The information you see is in that white text lane overlays there. Lane number, last name, first name, age, team affiliation, and then seed times. I see some of those seed times are cut off. Here we go, we can see them a little bit better now. All right, we're underway. Again, 25-yard pools going right to left as we get down this left-hand side. This camera, I kind of zoomed out a little too far, so we won't stay with that long. We'll then have a different view on these distance races on the far end of the pool. We'll get to that in a second. All right, so here are the ladies coming in at the 50 turn. So you'll notice up on the scoreboard, you will get a split and running order. Oh, interesting, it doesn't post split on the initial 50. All right, and then with the distance, I'm gonna kind of probably stay with this camera. We'll see the ladies at the far end. And the advantage here, you're seeing the placards go down for their distance complete. You're seeing 3 lengths complete at that end, 75 yards complete. And just learning the buttons. All right, now we're back at the start end. This is a 100-yard split. First to turn there, Lily Rosigliano, lane 3, 101.48 at the 100. All right, here are the ladies at the far end. Again, lane 1, top right of your screen. Lane 8 will be to the left or closest to us. We'll go back to the start end. This is again lane 2, Lily at 150. Lane 3, Lily first to turn, followed by lane 6, Charlotte. And as you can see, that scoreboard on the top left does display the running order. All right, already at the far end, they're turning, seeing 7s. So we're then doing just a little isolation here and there. This is lane 3, Lily, 200-yard split. And then Charlotte in 6. Again, this is event 1, heat 1. Up next is going to be heat 2, which will be the boys. And that'll be the 8 fastest seed times for the boys. It's 250 splits here. All right, lead swimmer, top left, coming in 275. She's seeing an 11. We'll be at 300 as we return to the right-hand side. All right, here's 300 splits on the board. All right, now on the top right of your screen, folks, that orange text, those are the swimmers in heat 2 here, which are the boys. All right, we'll take a look at the far end of the pool. All right, 15 going down for lead swimmer in 3, Lily, followed by lane 6, Charlotte. She's also seeing 15. And now the field's coming at that far left-hand wall. They're all seeing 15s. All right, we'll come back. This is a 416 lengths complete, 400 split. Again, 1,040 lengths of the pool. Stay here for a second. Everybody's turning at their 400s. All right, we'll go wide. Lead swimmer in 3 is already turned. You see a 17 going down for lane 6. So lane 3 is at that far end, is lapping swimmers. You'll see a 17 in 8 going down, a 17 in 1, and a 19 in lane 3. There's a 19 from lane 6. All right, come back to the start end. This is a 500 split, 20 lengths, halfway mark for lane 3. 1 and 8 are turning 50 short of the 500. They're at 450. Lane 6, Charlotte, 536 at the 500. We'll stay here. Lane 2 and 4, Alex. I'm sorry, that's lane 5, Holly turning next. Third running order, followed by Alex in 2, and then Sophia in 7. And again, lane 3 there, Lily, lead swimmer at 6:01 at the 550. And you'll see lane 6 there, second place running order. That's her 550. 23 shown for lane 3 at the far end. 23 going down for lane 6. 21 for lane 1 and lane 8. As you saw, 23 there, lane 7. Okay, running order, lane 3, lane 6. And then we'll have 7-5-4-2 or 7-5-2-4. 1 and 8. All right, we'll do a little ISO here midway. We're just beyond midway. Lane 3, this is Lily. We have lane 6, second running order coming into your screen here. This is Charlotte. And then 2, 4, 5, and 7. See them all grouped together here. We'll stay with them for a little bit. And then we'll pick up lanes 8 and 1. All right, so that second group there, seeing 29s. The lead's already seen that. We'll go up to lane 1, Jillian. And we'll come down to lane 8. This is Palma. All right, let's resync at the far end. Lead swimmer, lane 3, she'll be coming into your picture. So you can see a 31 for 7, 5, 4, and 2. 33 there for lane 3. And then lane 6, second running order, she'll be coming into your picture here. Lane 6, that is Charlotte. She's seeing a 33 too. All right, real quick, we'll sync up here. So 33s for those 4 swimmers in the middle of the pool, 31s on the outside, lane 1 and lane 8. Lane 3, Lily's about to lap the second, third, 4th, 5th, 6th place swimmers here. Just making her way. All right, again, lead swimmer, lane 3, just turning there, third one from the top. $11:43. All right, bell lap here, lane 3, 50 to go. Lily came in 11:43. She's swimming 33s on a 10:30 split. Again, came in 11:43.77. All right, so lane 3 here, blue cap. Lily will be finishing. Majority of the field will be turned. The rest of the field will be turning. All right, here's Lily into the wall on the finish. 11:02. Sorry, folks, got to stay there for a second. All right, lane 6 coming into the finish. Sorry, folks. All right, we have majority of the swimmers. Lane 7 finishing there, 11:34 for Sophia. Sophia came in on a 12:12. That's a huge drop, almost 40 seconds or plus 40 seconds. All right, lanes 1 and 8 have 50 to go. You see the red squares there indicating final 50 as they turn. This was event 1, heat 1. Up next will be the boys. Nice job, ladies. 12:26 on the outside, dropping 10 there for Palma. 12:29 up in the top, just off, Jillian just off. All right, here's the next group. These are the boys. So this is event 2, heat 1. It's our second race overall. All right, low time that time, Lily Rosigliano. All right. There are the boys turning at 50. Now on the top right of your screen, you'll see those names are updated. Those are going to be the second heat for the girls. Depending on how it's displayed, it's either going to be event 1, heat 2, or overall heat 3. I don't, on my phone, I don't have Meet Mobile open, so I can't tell you. So first to turn there, Chris Matthey in lane 4, going out 55.19. Nice 100. Chris came in on a 10:12. All right, again, the chat is open. If anybody has a question or comment, feedback, feel free. If you're on your phone or computer, it's easy to open up the chat, type something in. If somebody is kind of going for a time, depending on I talked to a couple of the coaches, they said yeah, you know, the kids don't really get a great chance to swim the 1,000, so they're going to jump in and do it. Some of these kids are going for times to qualify for additional meets. Not that it's probably not a factor, but if you're not from the area, high school swimming kicked off this week. So a lot of talented swimmers here that also swim high school. So we're not at that point where they would be taking any of those meets into consideration unless they have something big coming up, but tend to not really impact what they're doing with club. So that's that. But if I overlook somebody going fabulous time, please give a shout out. I'll try and capture like the reaction. Lily's timer behind the blocks. If you didn't catch that, go back and rewatch. I might have stayed on it a little too long, but hey, those parents, friends are out here supporting the swimmers, and it's good that they can appreciate the swimmers' efforts. So, all right. So we're seeing 11s at that end. We're ready down here to U-turn. Just coming into the wall. Lane 4. So that's a 300 split. He's sub 30, 256.95 for Chris Matthew. So this is the other swimmers, and you can see running order there for lane 6 and lane 5. Victor and Aldous, 304, 308 respectively. So if you're not familiar, the way seeding works, the swimmers with the lowest seed times are put in the middle of the pool, lanes 4 and then 5, and it works its way out. So in that previous race, Lily came in, she was in lane 3, she had the 3rd lowest seed time, brought home the lowest finish time there. All right, we'll go to a wide view at the far end. Lead swimmers already turned. You're seeing 15s at that far end. Will come here for his 400 split. Lane 4, Chris Matthew about to turn. You see him there. 33:58.19, still sub 30. Commentator's best friend. Again, if you're swimming 30s, very easy to be at 1 minute for every 100. So 10-minute 1,000 pace. Okay. So you're seeing 17s there for the second place swimmer. So the 1,000 is not swum in New Jersey high school. The 500 is the longest individual race at the freestyle, and then there is a 400 freestyle relay, but individual is the 500 at the high school, for high school meets. So that's why, again, swimmers don't tend to have a lot of exposure to this, but it's great to see them go out and do it, and, you know, understand their time, but maybe check it off. You know, certain programs have, you know, awards for swimmers that swim every event across the course of the year. All right, sorry, I missed. So, all right, Matthew just turned there, 5:30.71. That's at 550 yards. Splitting a 31:07. So you see him at lane 4. He's already at the far end of the pool. Saw 23 at that point. Okay, real quick, we'll do a little ISO. So lane 4 here. This is lead swimmer Chris Matthew. Turning at 600 yards. Second place is, I believe, down here in lane 6. Where are we? Yep, right there. It's Victor in 6, black cap. And then stay here. I think this is 3rd place running order, lane 5, Aldous. Yes. And here's our 4th place Jack in 3, with the lead swimmer lapping him on his left shoulder there. All right. And 5th running order overall is lane 2 here. This is Alexander in 2. We'll swing down lane 7's or lane 8. Hutton's turned. Where are you, Hutton? Shucks. 7th running order is lane 8. I'm sorry, lane 1 is 7th running order. Lane 8 is our 8th place running order swimmer. That's Hutton here in 8. Sorry, folks. And jump up to Stanley in 1. All right, we'll reset here. We go to the start turn. There's lane 4 coming into the wall now. 750 yards for Chris. See the split up there. Again, lane 1 will be on the right side or top of your screen, depending on your perspective. All right, this would be 800 for lane 4. He's the second to turn there. So 33 went down for lane 4, 31 for lane 5. There's a 31 in lane 2 and a 29 in lane 1. So lead swimmer up further away from us in that view there of the 2 swimmers turning. That's Chris in 4, and then 3rd place Aldous in lane 5. Again, we're swimming 40 lengths, 1,000 yards. See a 29 in lane 8. Jump to the start. Here's our lead swimmer, lane 4 at 900. He's got 4 lengths to go. .37 put down for lane 4, 35 for lane 5, 35 for lane 3. We got a bell lap here back at the start end, lane 4. You see the official there, white shirt. 50 to go, down and back. Let's bring it home with Chris here. All right, swimmers 50 to go. I think they're in lanes 2 and 5. We'll go a little wider here. Finish there for lane 6, Victor, 10:32. Victor, big drop, came in on an 11:16. It's almost 40, yeah, it's 45, right? Just short of 45, nice job. All right, the names you see top right will be the women up next. Should see them behind the blocks getting ready. 10:51, Alexander in 3. He came in on an 11:29. That's a 36 plus. Nice job, Alexander. 10:57 for Jack in 3. He came in on an 11:13 seed. Nice job, Jack. So Chris Matthew goes low, 10:15. Just off his incredible already 10-12 seed. Nice swim, though. Again, we're early in the club season, right? Maybe a month and a half. So kind of a mid-season test. Lucas in 7 came in. His seed was an 11:45. He went 11:26. Nice swim, Lucas. Victor, I said, had a huge drop. Swam at 10:32. Seed was an 11:16. We'll go a little wide here. Lane 8 swimmer. This is Hutton bringing it home. So the names you see top right will be the swimmers about to go. So again, this is the second heat of the girls, 3rd race overall. All right, here's their lane assignments with their seed times. All right, we're underway. Again, this is our 3rd race overall, 2nd heat for the girls. Top right are the names for the boys. So that'll be our 4th race overall, the 2nd heat for the boys. And then we'll have, after that race, the names you see top right, there'll be one other race, which will be a combined girls and boys. All right. Well, the swimmers will see a 3 down that far end, 75 yards complete, 3 lengths of the pool complete. We'll have 100 splits when we come back to the start end. These are 150 splits for the ladies. Seeing 7s put down. We'll be at 200 yards complete on the right-hand wall when we get back. And again, this is 2nd heat for the girls. Lane 1, Pima. Lane 2, Maeve. Lane 3, Olivia. 4 is Kendall. Lane 5, Isla. Lane 6, Maria. Lane 7, Dara. And lane 8, Isabel. All right, lead swimmers here turning. That was 10 lengths, 250 yards complete on the right-hand wall. And at the far end, you see the lead swimmer seeing 11s put down. This is a 300 split here at this wall. 5 100 separating Isla and Kendall there. And Lanes 5 and 4 respectively leading them out. We'll stay here for a second. Lead duo there coming into the wall. Lanes 4 and 5, 5 and 4. Then we have lane 3, which will be third place running order, Olivia. All right, let's do a little zoom in here. This is lead 2, lane 5 and 4, Isla and Kendall. As they turn, we'll go to Olivia, third place running order, lane 3. While we're here, we'll jump up to Pima in lane 1. And jump forward, lane 2, this is Maeve. She's fourth place running order. Pima in lane 1 is seventh place running order. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3. Do we get 3? Olivia in 3. Yep. 4 and 5 is our lead group here. We'll jump down to lane 6. This is Maria in 6. All right, here's Maria coming at us. We'll go to Isabel in lane 8. And then we'll pick up Dara in 7 in a second. And then we'll jump back to our lead group. This is Dara in 7. All right, we'll jump forward. 23 was put down for lane 5. Should see the same for lane 4. Those are our lead swimmers. 21 for lane 8. 21 for lane 1. 23 there for lane 3. '21 lane 7. So the running order is lane 5, 4, 3. See a 29 put down. 25. We'll go to the wide shot on the turns. We'll get the splits here. Should be Isla in 5, first place running order. There we go, followed by lane 4, Kendall, and then I believe Olivia in 3 when she turns. We should see a 3 on the rightmost next to her. We do. Okay, let's reset. What do we have? I missed that, lane 5. 27 going down for lane 4. 27 going down for lane 3. So 28 lengths complete. Here, lane 5 is just turned, 28 of 40. We'll have 28 complete here for lane 4, just turned, and then same for lane 3. We'll go wide for a second. You can see how the field is split up. Again, 40 lengths makes up this 1,000. All right, lead swimmer Isla just turned there. Cumulative 9:05. You'll see that 31 there. She'll be at 800 on the right-hand wall after she'll have 32 lengths complete. All right, here she is. She's turned. Isla in 5. That's an 800 split there. Be 750 splits for lane 7, I believe. Lane 6, it's probably an 800 split also. Nope, sorry. Lane 7 seeing a 29 at that end. So lane 6, you see a 31 went down. That'll be an 800 as she returns to the start. All right, lead swimmer in lane 5, just coming into our picture here, 35 going down. Lane 5, this is 900 yards complete, 4 lengths to go. Next time at this right-hand wall, she'll have a bell. Lane 4, middle of the pool, turning. This is 900 for her. That's Kendall. And the same for now lane 3, Olivia. All right, we're getting a bell here. We'll jump down. We'll take it with her. This is Isla in 5. All right, they only do bell for the lead swimmer. You'll see some international races will do it for each lane. This would be a virtual bell here for lane 4, Kendall, and then lane 3. All right. Let's catch Isla coming home here. Black cap, she'll be on the finish. .11:58, sub 12. Nice job, Isla. Came in on a 12:45. All right. Kendall in 4, finishing at 12:18. She came in on a 12:44. Olivia dropping off her 12:45. She goes 12:22. Nice job. 4th place, Maeve up in lane 2. She swam a 12:20. No, wait, Maeve's turning, sorry. Lane 3. Sorry, folks, still got. All right, there's Maeve into the finish. She's dropping, came in on a 13:08, just went 13:03. Nice job. All right, some swimmers still a little work to do. And the finish there for Maria in 6. Just off her time. 13:03. Lane 8 finishing there. Nice job. Isabel comes home strong. Big drop, 52nd drop there for Isabel Bloomer in 8. Might be an estimated time, but came in a 14:30 flat. She just went 13:37. That's awesome. Big drop, Pima up in 1, came in on a 14:20, goes 13:47. Nice job. 14:05. And Dara in 7, just on her seed. Nice job. Okay, this is heat 4, the second of the boys. All right. Again, these were seeded fastest to slowest. We're underway. All right, here are the guys turning at the 50. All right, now on the top right of your screen, lanes 1 through 4, then it'd be girls. Lanes 5 through 8 are the boys. So we're combining the final couple of heats here. All right, all the swimmers seeing a 3 down that far end, 75 yards complete. We'll be at 100 split on this right-hand wall. So again, upcoming lanes 1 through 4 are girls, which will be, in a sense, their heat 3. And then lanes 5 through 8, pardon me, are boys, which is also their heat 3. All right. This is 150 yards at this wall. These will be 200 splits up on the board. All the results, so you should have all the splits and everything is in Meet Mobile, and it's free, so Madison Y is not putting it under the subscription constraint. So if you do have the subscription, you'll see it, but there's no need for the results for this meet to subscribe to Meet Mobile. All right, all the swimmers saw 9s at the left wall, so we're at 10 or 250 yards. Lead swimmer there is Nick in lane 3, followed by Chris in lane 6. Then Leon Alejandro, Christopher Davies in 8, Soren in 2, and then Cooper, and then Henry. All right, we'll do a little quick walk here. Little ISO. This is our lead swimmer, lane 3, Nick Ura. Second place is lane 6, Chris Bloomer. Then we'll take a look at lane 5 and 4. Well, 4 and 5, I should say. All right, we'll pan up to lane 2. This is Soren. And while we're here, we'll pick up Henry in lane 1 coming in to our frame. All right, and then we'll pick up Cooper and Christopher in 7 and 8, respectively. They're kind of down here. We'll follow Christopher in. This is lane 8, Christopher Davies. And lane 7, Cooper Wong coming into frame. All right, resync with the counters. Nick Ura in 3 is our lead swimmer. He's already out of frame. He's turned at this right-hand wall. See him here. He's seeing a 19 be put down for him. So we'll be at 500 on the next split on the board for lane 3, similar with lane 6. No. All right, this is lane 3's turning at 500, a 532 split for lead swimmer Nick. Second place running order is lane 6. All right, second place overall, Nick. Second one down here on the bottom of your screen. That's lane 7. He's in 6 turning. So Nick in 3 has lapped the field. Now we should see some deltas of the numbers put down. So 23 for lane 3. 20, I don't think that's right. Something's going on. Unless the board got out of whack. Because if you look here, lane 3, Nick's turning. He's in first place, 642. Wow, maybe Chris is right on his heels. I'm sorry, I thought Nick had put space on the field. I misspoke. All right, let's go down here. So Nick's in 3. Left and right of your screen are your first 2 swimmers, a 25 there and a 25 there. So they are not, so he did not lap the field. Sorry, I just got a little confused. We can use that word. All right, so lead swimmers here, lane 3, 26 of 40 complete. Lane 6, 26 of 40 complete. All right, so there we go. Lane 3, lane 6, saw 27s. This is lane 7. What are we seeing here? 25. Lane 1 saw 25. 27 there for lane 4. That's Leon. And 27, 29 there for lane 3 and lane 6. All right, so lead swimmer, top turner here, lane 3. Followed by 6, which is the swimmer on the left end of this picture. So 31 there, 31 in lane 6, 29 in lane 5. $33 there for lane 3 and 6. 31 for lane 5. 33 is going down for lane 8. 31 for lane 7. All right, 35 there, lane 3 and 6, lead swimmers. They'll be at 900 as they come back. 33 there for lane 5. All right, so here's our lead swimmers. That was 4 lengths to go at that right-hand wall for lanes 3 and 6. As you see, 37s. This 38 will get a bell lap here. We'll go wide, get an idea of the field, and then we'll see the bell on those two. All right, here's our bell. It's going to lane 3, even though 6 is turning first. Chris Bloomer on a 31.28. Keep an eye on Chris. Big kick here. So lane 6, third from the bottom. Split a 31 on that last 50. So you see the 2 red squares going down for lanes 3 and 6. The boys got some kick here. Chris Bloomer, lane 6, goes low, 11-12. Followed by lane 3, Nick Ura. 31.95, 31.25 coming home. Nice job, guys. Yeah, we'll have a couple other finishers. We'll stay here with this shot. Low time, 11:12.84. Chris Bloomer came in on a 12:17, folks. That's over a minute. Similar, Nick Ura came in 12:16. He just went 11:13. Great job, guys. Outside, 11:44, Chris Davies. Nice swim, came in on a 12:52. It's awesome. He was third low time. Fourth low time there was Soren Razzo. Swam an 11:48, came in on a 12:31, big drops. That was our 4th place. Leon, 11:51. Leon in 4 swam 11:51. His seed was a 12:10. It's almost 20 seconds. Nice job, guys. 11:44 for Christopher Davies. Did we read that one? Yeah. 5th place, I did. 6th place. Alejandro in 5. Nailed his seed. Came in 12:11, swam 12:11. Nice job. All right, again, this is going to be, this is mixed boys and girls. 1 through 4 girls, 5 through 8 boys. Final heat for the 1,000. All right, we are underway. Then we're going to move into the mile, the 1650. We have 2 heats there. Yeah, so folks, this camera for the weekend, I'm going to zoom in a little on it. It's too fisheye. Does give me kind of a fail-safe of one view of the whole pool, but everybody looks a little small. So we'll get that fixed for the weekend. Hopefully you're back. Hopefully you're enjoying this limited coverage of the Friday night distance. This is Mike with Common Guy Sports. Glad you can join us. So here we are. Mayuka, Daphne, Ava, and Izzy, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we have the boys, Mark, Daniel, Nicholas, and Christopher, 5 through 8. Okay. All the swimmers saw a 3 at that far side. We'll be at a 200 split, 100 split here. Low time is Mark Cho, 105, followed by Mayuka, 108. Top right of your screen now are the girls in the first heat of the mile. So, yeah, we have one heat for girls, one heat for boys. Oh, swimmers already turned. I'm a little slow. We'll go wide here for a second, then we'll take a isolated view of the swimmers. All right, lead swimmer here coming into your frame. That is lane 5, Mark, at the 200-yard mark. 2:16, followed by Mayuka up in 1. We'll then a jump up there. We'll track her down. This is lane 1. And unfortunately, she's breathing away from us. All right, we'll catch her on the way back. This is lane 3, Ava. All right, everybody's going to breathe away from us. All right. Here's lane 1. Let's try this again, folks. Lane 1, Mayuka. We'll go to lane 2, Daphne. And lane 3, Ava, hopefully breathing with us. No, I'm sorry, we'll get you back on the other's half, Ava. How about Izzy in 4, where are you? There, Izzy's breathing with us. All right, while we're with the ladies, let's pick up Ava in 3. All right, you see the 11 going down for Ava. Lane 1 seeing a 13. Lane 2 will see a 13 next time down. All right, so for the boys, we'll start with lane 5. This is Mark. Blue cap. Everybody's breathing away. Oh, in the middle there, Daniel's breathing with us. Wow, Daniel breathing both sides. We'll get everybody coming back. Here's Mark in 5. Get Daniel in 6. With closest to us will be Nicholas in 7. And Christopher in 8, and then we'll reset. We'll get an idea where the field is. All right, take a look down here. Lead swimmer is lane 5. That's Mark. He just turned at the right-hand side. I'm assuming that's a 450 on a 517. Yep. So he's seeing a 19, lane 5. Lane 1 will get a 19 put down. I think that's a 17 for lane 2. It is. So lane 5 and lane 1 will be at a 500 split on the right-hand wall. So let's jump back. This is lane 5 coming in, middle of the pool. That's a 500 split there. Sub 6, nice job, Mark. And then Mayuka up in 1, coming in shortly into your frame behind the scoreboard. There she is. This will be a 500 split for her too, also. So the scoreboard running order does not isolate the boys and the girls. It treats all 8 lanes together. All right, so you'll see that other swimmers here seeing 19. So when they return to the right, lane 8, that split on the board there for Christopher was a 500 split, 626. Again, all this information, if I am confusing it at all, is available on Meet Mobile. So that's an app you can download for your phone or tablet. And Madison is not requiring a subscription to see those results this weekend. All right, lane 4, you see him, he's turned on the right-hand wall. That's Mark. Let's go up here. We'll see the counters being put down. 25 for Mark, middle of the pool. 23 in lane 8. I think the same up in lane 2. It's a 23 for lane 2. Shout out to all the teammates there doing the counting. Let's give them a little camera time too. New York Giants fan. And then as we pan back, if you're not familiar, so with these distance races, these are bring your own timers. So might see some parents back there, aunts, uncles, friends, but traditionally it's mom or dad. So shout out to them coming out supporting the kids on this 1,000-yard swim. So running order is lane 5, Mark, followed by lane 2, Mayuka. We are swimming 40 lengths. Mark's already turned. Up. So that 23 was put down for lane 4, Izzy. See, lane 4 is getting a 31. Lane 3 got a 25. Lane 1 will get a 31. When she comes into frame, she just had turned on the right-hand wall. 27 there in lane 7. Okay, let's take a look. Lanes 1 and 2, 29 and 31, 2 and 1. This is our lane 5 swimmer next to turn. A little encouragement from behind the blocks. That's Mark in 5. Top of your screen, lane 1, Mayuka, 2nd overall running order. And then we'll jump down to the far end where we got here 33 in lane 8, 31 in lane 6. I think a 35 was put down for Mark. I think we'll have a 37 this time. 35 for lane 1. Yeah, if there's a 37, we have a bell lap at the next end. And there's a broken, wow. Glad it was a coach. I don't know if he's going in for it. That's funny, it was on camera. All right, here's a bell lap. Pretty opportune time, well, if there is a good time, but not seeing the red placard. So lead swimmer, his placard's at the bottom. Fortunately, he had bell lap last time, so we'll have a finish here for Mark in lane 5. Nice job. All right. So then up here, lane 1, this is what Mark should have seen. This is Mayuka bringing it home, final 25. Great swim. There we go. Sorry, make you dizzy. All right. Field has a few more laps to go. 12:20 for Mayuka. She did not have a seed time. Similar with Mark in 5. So great swims there. 12:20 and 11:51. I think we're coming home here. Nice kick. 36.5 on that final split for Daphne. She goes 13.12. That's a huge drop. She came in on a 14.49. Nice job, Daphne. A little screen time. All right, and a turning there in lane 4. Let's go back. That is lane 1 and 2, Mayuka and Daphne. Nice job. All right, lane 7 saw the red squares coming home. This is Nicholas. Way to bring it home, Nicholas. Christopher down there in 8, swam a 12:42. His seed did not have a seed time, pardon me. All right, one swimmer still out. This is lane 3. I'm sorry, 2 swimmers. Izzy in 4. All right, Izzy just turned. Ava in 3 coming home. This should finish. Nice job. 14:43 for Ava. That's a 20-second drop off at 15:01. Nice job. Izzy in 4. Might have 50 to go here. All right, now Izzy's getting the red squares. Names you see, top right of your screen, are the 3 entries for the girls' mile. 16:50, 66 lengths. Nice job, Izzy. Way to finish it. All right, so that is then a wrap up the thousands. We're moving on to the 1650, 66 lengths of the pool. Here's our lane assignments. 3 swimmers on the girls' side. Let's do it real quick while we have a second. Here they are. Little encouragement, nice sportsmanship teammate. What's that called? Being a good teammate, there's a word for that. Sportsmanship, I guess, covers it. All right, this is our second to last event for tonight. or last event, second to last race. So we have one heat here for the girls, one for the boys. We have 7 entries on the boys' side. Again, this is 66 lengths of the pool. The ladies are underway. Oriana, Isabella, and Nina. Oriana to the top, Isabella in the middle, and Nina closest to us. All right, here's the ladies at the 100. Oops, sorry, folks. All right, so that's 125 at that far end. This will be a 150 split at the wall. Stay here for the third swimmer. All right, folks, I'm going to stay on this wide view, try and capture as much of the pool as the swimmers are separated here. Again, 3 swimmers, lanes 3, 4, and 5. 3 to the right or top of your screen. All right, I think we're seeing, saw a couple 15 should be 16 complete, 400 yards. We'll resync at that far end. Again, this is the single heat for the ladies, and then let me get the names updated for the 7 guys. Those names are now on the top right of your screen. All right, so a 17 there for lane 4. Instead of 13 going down for lane 5. Looks like a 19 will be next to seen in lane 3 for Oriana. I'm sorry. All right, so this is lane 3. 19 lanes complete. We'll be at 500 yards. That's Oriana in 3. Pickup, this is lane 4 swimmer Isabella. And we have Nina in 5 here. I think that's a 400 split for Nina in 5. I see a 17 at that far end, so that would have been 16. Three lanes complete at that far end will be 24 600 or 604 middle of the pool there. Isabella in lane 4. Again, 66 lengths. $25 there for lane 3, Oriana. $19 for Nina in 5. So next split you see on the board for Nina in 5 will be our 500 split. That flickering going on with the scoreboard, folks, that's on my side. Don't know why it's doing that. So the running order is lane 3, lane 4, lane 5. All right, so lane 3, 31 lanes complete there. She'll be at an 800 at the far end. Isabella here in 4, this will be 31. So we'll jump down to the start. So lane 3, top of your screen, turning there. That's an 800 split there, 940-10 for Oriana. Coming into your frame. Ooh, pardon me, Isabella, lane 4. This will be an 800 split. $850 there for lane 3. She'll see a 35 at the next return to the far end. This will be $850 for lane 4. All right, as we jump to the far end, we can sync up on the counts. That was a 35 for lane 3. It's a 27 down underwater for lane 5, Nina. And a 35 there for Isabella. Should have been a 37, right? So that last split was 36, 900. See a 39 there going for lane 3. She'll come into frame here. Oriana. So let's follow Oriana home. This will be 1,000 split. 40 of the 66 complete at this when she gets to the right-hand wall. Isabella in 4. Next split you see, that'll be her 1,000 split. What is going on? I'm sorry, I didn't jump to it. Isabella in 4, that 12:27 was her 1,000 split. Nina in 5, she sees a 35. She'll be at 36, 900 yards when she returns to this right wall. .46, 20 lengths to go, 500 yards to go at that point for lane 3, Oriana. There's 49 put down for lane 3. Oriana Isabella in 4. When she comes back, she'll see that same 49. Green suit, left side of your screen is Nina in 5. So that last split for Nina was her 1,000. All right, turning, that is Isabella in 4. Again, we're going to 66 lengths here. I missed it. All right, was that a 57? So I'm thinking this is 58 complete for Oriana. There's a 57 for Isabella in 4. A 59. Under 100 yards for Oriana in 3. No, I'm sorry. Under 200 yards. We got 6 lengths at this point. 150 yards. Sorry. That is 60 lengths complete for lane 3. She'll see a 61. Lane 4, Isabella will be at 60 lengths on the right-hand wall. This is 62 complete for Oriana in 3. She'll be at Bell next time on that right wall. $51 down for Nina in 5. We'll have a bell here for white cap for Oriana James. There it is. Lane 3, 50 to go. Just split a 35 and change. It's awesome. All right, red square. I don't know why we got 67, not red squares. All right. Should make him swim a mile. White cap finishing. That is Oriana James going low. 50 to go here for Isabella in 4. Nice job. All right, red squares there. We'll follow her home, and then we'll check in with Nina in 5. 33.7 coming home on that final 50 for Oriana. Nice job, ladies. 20.32 for Isabella. That's a big drop. Isabella had a 21.43 seed. That's 1 minute and 11 seconds. Nice job. This is Nina in 5. All right, that flickering up on the scoreboard, that's on my side. I don't know why it's doing that. Try and get that resolved. We're here tomorrow, 3 sessions. Then we're here on Sunday for 3. So they're all broken out based on age groups. There'll be 3 separate streams each day. It'll be 100 to go at this wall for Nina. 4 lengths. All right, 2 to go. This is would be the bell. All right, final 25 for Nina, bringing it home. Big effort here. Nice job. Great effort, Nina. As they say, done and dusted. Great job. I think you have ice cream in your future. Hope you have ice cream in your future. All right, here we go. Here's the guys. This is our Heat 2 or Heat 1 of the boys. One heat here, 1650, 66 lengths. This will be the final race for this evening. If you're jumping off, glad you can join us. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. We're back all weekend. All right, lane 1 is Sam, lane 2, Benjamin, lane 3, Sebi, 4, Ali, 5, Sean, 6, Glenn, 7, Frank. Boys are underway here. That'll be 3 lengths. I don't know, lane 6, we didn't flip that. All right, lead swimmer. This is a 100-yard split here. Low time, 54.99 for Ali. Seed, 16:45. We call that awesome. So he's going out strong, already turned at the left-hand wall. This is a 150 split on the board, 125 flat. All right, let's pick up Ali in 4 as he's coming back. This will be a 200 split. Let's take a look here. Lane 1 is Sam. Sam's breathing away from us. We'll catch Sam there in lane 1 against the wall and Sebi in 3 as they both turn at that far end. Sebi with the green cap. Go back a little. Benjamin in 2 coming into frame. Let's pick up Sean, Glenn, and Frank, 5, 6, 7. This is lane 5. This is lane 6, Glenn. And lane 7, Frank. All right, lead swimmer there, saw 15. Lane 4, that's Ali. This will be a 16 lanes, 400-yard split. 3:59.16. I believe second, lane 2. And lane 7, 6th and 7th running order. This is our lane 5 swimmer, Sean, 2nd place running order, followed by Sebi in 3. He's 3rd. We'll stay here for a second. Lane 1 is turning. That's Sam. He's in 4th running order, followed by, I think, lane 7 then will be 5th running order. That is correct, Glenn. Okay. So a 19 put down for lane 4, Ollie. So this would be a 20 lengths, 500-yard complete here. I had a 5:01.91. It's a great time if he was just swimming a 500. Didn't have the 46 other lengths behind it. So lane 2 just, I think it was a 5:32 for his 500 split. All right, so lane 7 seeing a 19. Lane 6 will get a 21 put down. There's a 23 put down for lane 4. It'll be 23 for lanes 3 and 5. That's lane 5 turning, then lane 3. Lane 2 sees a 21. Lane 1, 23 lengths complete. Lead swimmer there coming into the wall at the far end sees a 27. That is lane 4, Ollie. Will be at 28 lengths. .700 yards complete here. Lane 4 just saw a 33 at that left-hand side. All right, so 35 lengths complete for lane 4, 33 complete for the field right behind him. He's lapped them, so that'll be 36, 900 yards beyond the halfway point. All right, so the running order is 4, 5, 3, but lane 4 has lapped them. So as they're turning, you're seeing the splits pop up with the running order, but there is a whole 50 yards between them. Fourth place running order, lane 1, Sam. Fifth place running order, lane 6, Glenn. And then sixth place running order, lane 7, Frank. Followed by lane 1. So our lead swimmer, lane 4, Ollie. That's lane 5 and 3, 41 lanes complete. Lane 6, 39 complete. It's a 37 going down for lane 2. .45 for lane 4 now. 41, lane 1. .43 for lane 6. 49 lane 4. 47 there in lane 3. We're going to 66 lengths. The final number you'll see at that side would be the red square, 65. I guess you don't really see 65, and thank goodness we don't see 6 and then a 7. All right, lead swimmers into the 50s. 51 complete there for Ilya in 4. Let's take a look how he's keeping those long strokes. .53 in the, I think it should have been a 53. All right, let's check in here, lane 7. This is Frank. 43 lanes complete. Lane 2 and 4 coming to the wall. There's a 55. This is lane 5 coming into the wall. Couple 53s there. 57 going down for lane 4. What did lane 1 have? 51. You'll see 53 next time. Lane 2, 47 for Benjamin. Similarly, 47 going down for Franken 7. There's our lead swimmer, lane 4, 59's in the pool. .150 yards to go off this right-hand wall as Ela hopefully, am I mispronouncing Eli? I-L-A-I, Isla? Splitting a 31-6. .63 going down, 3 lengths to go. Will be a bell here for lane 4. Nope. What happened? Yep. All right, final 25 for lane 4 for Alkin there. Great swim. All right, we'll jump forward. I think we have a couple more lengths here. Oh. 61 for lane 1, 61 lane 2. Lanes 3 and 5 will get the red squares, final 25 when they get down to that end. Lane 3 just turned on the right-hand wall. Here comes lane 5 into your view. That is Sean, and then Benjamin, or Sabi in 3. Let's follow Sean home here. All right, way to bring it home, Sean. 30-50 on that final 50. All right, guys, great efforts there. A couple 31s on the board and a 30-50. All right, a couple more lengths here on the outside lanes. Lane 1 will wrap it up as he returns. Lane 6 just turned under me. 2 has a couple lengths to go. All right, lane 6 getting the red squares. Here's lane 1 into the finish. Nice job, Sam. 18:57. Sam did not have a seed time. Should be lane 6 coming into the finish. This is Glenn. Glenn dropping about 38 seconds off a 9:52. Nice job. Swam a 9:15 on a 9:52 seed. Great job. Should be turning here in lane 2. 61 put down for lane 7. All All right, folks, if you're chopping off, hope you enjoyed the coverage. This is Mike, Come and Guy Sports. We're back. 3 sessions tomorrow, 3 sessions Sunday. I'll try and get that flicker cleared up. Always open for suggestions, feedback. The chat is open. You can email us, commonguysportsnj@gmail.com. Or if you prefer, keep it anonymous. You can provide feedback through the coaches. It'll make my way. Always looking to, give you a better viewing experience. Fortunately, I think we're overcast tomorrow. One of the challenges is, if you see the top of your screen, those windows, they are looking due east. So we get morning sun, and sometimes it's challenging depending on the reflection. Not that those lights are not challenging, but all right, Frank finishes up 20:38. Big drop, almost 2 minutes off a 22:34. Nice job, Frank. All right. Are we done? I'm sorry, lane 2. I didn't see the red triangle, the red squares, but I think we're done. Benjamin comes home 20:53, came in on a 20:23 seed, so just off that. Still a nice swim on a Friday evening after a day of school, cold morning. It's like 12 degrees this morning here in northern Jersey. So, folks, that's going to wrap it up. This is Mike, Common Guy Sports. Again, we're back for more this weekend. This stream, you can rewatch at any point. It is there until should something happen with Google and YouTube, but fingers crossed. But we're back, so thanks for joining us, and we're going to sign off, and we'll try and get that one camera flicker figured out. Thank you very much. Have a good evening. Nice swimming, guys and girls. So back for the age groups tomorrow. 3 sessions Saturday, 3 Sunday. They'll each be individual live streams, and you can find it via the email you should have received, or you just go to YouTube, search Common Guy Sports, 3 words. Should see our great, oh shucks, I didn't fix that. That bottom right thing is inaccurate. Just seeing that we had the schedule down there, and that's not accurate. So you can find us on YouTube that way, the channel under Common Guy Sports. All right, we're going to sign off. Thanks so much. We'll see you. Bye-bye.